Duker.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Thank you.
All rise for a moment of silence, followed by the pledge of allegiance. Thank you. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item agenda 1, the consent agenda. Approve this agenda. Pay the claims as submitted. Approve the treasury's report for December 2024. Corey moves. Ben seconds.
Tiller.
Yes.
Hart.
Yes.
Duker.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
And Lewis.
Yes.
Item agenda 2, approve the minutes of the January 7th, 2025 regular council meeting. Trent will move and Lola will second.
Johnson.
Yes.
Smith.
Abstain.
Lees.
Yes.
Tiller.
Yes.
Hart.
Yes.
Duker.
Yes.
Thank you. Item agenda 3, the oath of office for Shane Warren, council member, Ward 1.
I'm going to stand right where you are. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Shane Warren, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
I, Shane Warren, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely and without mental reservation or for the purpose of evasion.
That I bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely and without mental reservation or for the purpose of evasion.
And that I will faithfully and impartially perform the duties of council member according to the law and to the best of my ability.
And that I will faithfully and impartially perform the duties of city council member according to the law and the best of my ability.
And I do further swear that I do not advocate, nor am I a member of any political party or organization that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States or of this state by force or violence.
And I do further swear that I do not advocate, nor am I a member of any political party or organization that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States or of this state by force or violence.
And that during such time as I am in this position, I will not advocate nor become a member of any political party or organization that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States or of this state by force or violence, so help me God.
And that during such time as I am in this position, I will not advocate nor become a member of any political party or organization that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States or of this state by force or violence. So help me God.
Congratulations, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item agenda 4, public forum. Yeah, come forward, please. Thank you. Please state your name.
All right, I'm Jeremy Ham, Holdridge High School principal.
I'm Lacey Wright, middle school principal, and Brooke Porter, elementary principal.
And on behalf of Holdridge Public Schools, we just wanted to take a minute to very formally and publicly express our thanks and gratitude for the Holdridge Police Department. In talking with my peers in other school districts, we know full well how blessed we are. These guys are here all the time. They're in our schools, they're present. When we have need, we call them and they're right there. And I think then they call us. Sometimes they need help from us with recognition, or, you know, finding out what student did what, you know, and something that they're working on. But we just have a fantastic relationship and couldn't be more thankful for that.
When they come to the middle school, there's always a smiling face, and they like to come a lot around the lunch hour and just the kids interacting with them. Most recently, we've been trying something new at the middle school, something we're calling restorative talks or practices. So if there's an incident that one of the students has done, I've called them over and they came and we've sat down together, the three of us, and had kind of a conversation of what that looks like in the real world when we would do that. And they ask questions to them, and it's just been, I've been so impressed by the conversations that they've had, so.
And also the police department builds relationships with our littles. They, come and they bring stickers and they make them talk about feeling safe, and they are there. We have so appreciated them being there at pickup time. They've been there, spent a lot of time doing that. Officer Warner decided he needed to have surgery or something. But we've just really appreciated that. And when we've had an issue and they've come in, they talk to the kids about how police is there to keep kids safe and to build that relationship. So we couldn't be more grateful, because as Jeremy said, there's a lot of communities around that do not have what we have. So we're very, very grateful.
Yeah, and then one thing fairly recently, we had an incident that was a threat that needed to be investigated. And one of the things that really just was extremely impressive, they were able to come in, and because they're there so often, the kids knew they weren't any wiser. We were walking through the building, going down and searching lockers in the locker room and in the main hallway, and the kids had no idea. They just thought, they're walking around with me saying hi to kids, and and fortunately, as we suspected, there wasn't anything to be worried about, but they did their due diligence and they did it professionally, discreetly, and we just, I'm serious in talking to my peers around the state and other places. I don't think anywhere has it better than we do because of what we have going on here at Holdridge. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
We're very fortunate.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, and I swear Chief did not put us up to this.
None of them had speeding tickets. I promise you.
And we're not expecting Grace to do so, but
Surgery for the summer.
I know, right? Thank you guys.
Great, thank you, Ed. We always like to hear that kind of stuff. Anybody else for public forum? Okay, well, I'll close public forum at this time. Item agenda 5, approve Drayton Romich as a new member of the Holdridge Volunteer Fire Department.
I'll second.
Yeah, okay, we got Trent and Nick.
Johnson,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Lees,
Yes.
Tiller,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Warren,
Yes.
Euchre.
Yes.
Thank you. Item agenda 6, adopt resolution 2024-12A, restating electric rates to be paid by the various classes of electric users and adding a fee for residential rural 3-phase meters. Brian, do you want to?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I came across this a couple weeks ago. On our commercial customers, we have a single phase rate and a 3-phase rate. Well, somewhere along the line, they got missed with our residential customers and rural residential customers. There is no 3-phase customer charge, just single phase. So it's just going to be cleaning it up, adding that one line item that's red. The customer charges all that will be added, and the cents per kilowatt hour stays. It's that simple. So it just needs to be added in there.
So it's not going to affect my bill at my house?
No.
Good.
No, it will not.
Well, they got 3-phase.
Unless you have 3-phase.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all it is. Okay.
Quite a few residential that have 3-phase.
About 8. So it's not very many. It just needs cleaned up.
Just to make sure we're covering.
Yep, for rate studies in the future and this and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not very many at all.
Okay, all right.
Okay, you bet.
Thanks for catching that.
Yep.
Stacy, second.
Tiller,
Yeah.
Hart,
Yes.
Warren,
Yes.
Euchre,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Item agenda 7, consider the second reading of ordinance 2483, modifying the City of Holdridge traffic map and adding a stop sign at the southwest corner of 12th Avenue and Logan Street.
Second reading, ordinance 2483. An ordinance to amend chapter 5, article 10, section 5-1001 of the Holdridge Municipal Code relating to the City of Holdridge traffic control map. To repeal all other ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, to provide for the severability of all parts hereof, and to designate the time described when this ordinance shall be in effect. Be it ordained by the mayor and council of the City of Holdridge, Nebraska.
Ben moves,
I'll second.
Lola seconds.
Smith,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Tiller,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Warren,
Yes.
Euchre,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Okay. Item 8, open agenda. Corey, we'll start with you tonight. Anything?
I just want to reiterate how great I think the police department is. In my first couple weeks here, they've been nothing but first class. And the work that they've done, in my other role as county attorney. I also want to thank the schools since they're still here. We did an 1184 meeting talking about our children that have parents that are a little wayward. I'm a little startled by the number of those, but having the schools involved in that process has been really eye-opening to me. And hopefully we can come up with some better solutions to deal with the issues that we're seeing with particularly substance abuse and mental health that seem to plague some of our parents that have endangered some of our children. So I'm really thankful to both those groups and really excited about the fact that the community is so involved in a coordinated fashion. Second thing I want to bring up, I had a nice conversation with Chris about the foreclosure process. We are in the process of sending out a letter to the first home, which is 415 6th Avenue. It's a last-ditch effort to say you have until March 1st to either surrender your property or fix it up. I drove by the property. It'll be an easy case to make. We're in the process of gathering the evidence that we need to present to a court if they don't clean that up. And we are preparing to file the first foreclosure action kind of as a test balloon on March 1st if they do not. So that is my goal. And then we'll designate in terms of priorities from there once we see how the process works on the other properties. And then we talked about going out and identifying other properties that need to be added to the list. But let's take this first trial balloon and see how it works out. The homeowner lives in Texas. I have a letter that I've drafted. I'm going to send it over to have him review before I send it out. But it's essentially giving the last ditch 30 days to correct things. So I'm excited about doing it, especially after seeing it. And it is a total hazard. I know it's a potential problem for law enforcement with vagrants and people using controlled substances in there. And we need to get those properties taken care of. So I'm fully on board and committed to that process.
Thank you.
That's all I had.
Okay, thank you. Chief?
I want to thank everyone for the praises. But other than that, I really don't have too much. Coffee with the cop this morning went real well. Warner's doing well in his recovery, and I just spoke with Sheila, and she seems to be doing better. She's going to come back to work, some part-time stuff in February. So we'll just move along there.
Great. Thank you. Chris?
Nothing. Shane, if you ever need anything, my door's open.
Oh,
If you have questions,
Congratulations, Shane, by the way.
welcome. And welcome, like I said, stop by if you have questions.
Congrats to Shane. Sorry your thing fell in the middle. Move forward.
I'm wondering if that was a sign.
Bad.
Sign.
We'll get you a real one. That's all I have.
Just welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Hope you enjoy your experience. And just thanks to the chief here. It looks like your team is really taking strides. And
They're making me look good. I'm proud of that.
well, they are. That's good. That's good. So that's it.
Welcome, Shane. I'll see you around.
Welcome, Shane. I wasn't here. Brian, thanks for keeping power on while I was gone.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Other than that, nope. Okay.
Great.
Nothing new. Welcome aboard.
Lola.
Just welcome to Shane. And also too, the picture that we took, it was I said, we need a picture before our last two members left. But I'm gonna need a little help because I've spoken with Dave. We need to know how we're going to put our pictures up. I took a picture, I wanted a picture because I wanted to start presenting who's here. So somewhere, if anybody would like to help, I'll come up with some ideas to Shane. I think we could use the hallway outside and start putting those pictures because they're so old. I don't even know who they are. And so, so if you have any ideas about how we can better put our pictures up here.
As long as it's not the ones with the numbers underneath.
Yeah, those.
Don't we all?
No comment. I know.
Okay. Stacy.
Nothing.
Okay.
Congratulations, welcome.
Shane?
I want to say thanks for the welcoming and look forward to serving the community.
Welcome. I have nothing else for this evening, and so we will call it a meeting. Yeah.